three can keep a secret if two of them are dead. Have You Seen Me seamlessly picks up where Gossip Girl leaves off, but with more sex, more lies, and more dead bodies a la How to Get Away with Murder and You. When a coveted member of a group of entitled yet ambitious 20-somethings goes missing, their deadly secret is threatened to be exposed. But the real question is, who will be next? Read Have You Seen Me by creator Candy Washington on Amazon Kindle Vella, or listen and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care if you are listening on the podcast, or welcome back to The Lapse Life if you're watching us on YouTube. Also, if you're joining on Instagram or Facebook, welcome, welcome, welcome. But the conversation really goes down over on my YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe there, but also like, rate, review, and subscribe wherever you are listening now. And don't forget to share this with a friend, because getting your glow up, manifesting self-love and self-care is always better with a friend and a little bit of community. And I am so excited for today's video, for today's episode, which is how to manifest faster through collapsing time. So I'm gonna give you a really easy and fun tool and technique that you can use to collapse time to get your manifestations quicker through that altered state of being. But I'll talk through it a little bit, and then I'll give you that really super easy, super fun tool and technique that you can use. So by the end of this video, by the end of this episode, you will know how to attract your manifestation faster by altering your state of being.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
All right, everyone, we are ready. Hello, my sparkle. She says, hello, Candy in chat. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? That's right, you guys. If you're watching, be sure to drop your candy canes and also leave a comment or a question, and I will get to them at the end of the video and episode, which is, again, how to manifest quicker and faster by collapsing time through an altered state of being. So whether or not you follow law of attraction or law of assumption or both, and if you're on my channel, you know that I really believe in both, and both really talk about getting into the living in the end state, the ability to let go and detach of what you want your manifestation to be. And again, your manifestation is just bringing whatever your want or desire is into actual fruition, into actual reality, so you can touch it, experience, have it, do it, all of those great things. And they always talk about living in the end. But what does that actually mean? So living in the end means you already embody the feeling of what it is that you think that thing that you want is going to give to you. So if you want to manifest a relationship or more money or a house or a new job or whatever it is, it's always about how do you think you're going to feel when you get it. Living in the end is being able to feel that way even before you get it. That's living in the end. That's embodying the feeling. And we do that through the law of assumption by assuming that what you want is yours, and assuming that what you believe is true, and assuming that you can have, be, and do whatever it is that you want, because you don't get what you want in this world. You get what you believe you can have. You get what you believe, your belief system. And I'm going to show you a really fun and easy manifestation tool and technique to get into that living in space quicker and to get what you want faster. This is also really great in letting go. So another key component of manifestation is letting go of the outcome, letting go of being attached to the manifestation. We always say once you take whatever it is you're trying to manifest off of the pedestal, that is when it comes to you. But as long as you are in the state of being of I don't have it, I want it, where is it? That is attachment. That is resistance. That is causing that disconnect between what it is you want and actually being able to have it and receive it in your actual world. And that's the actual manifestation, right? So, how do you want something, but while not wanting it? Right? That's that sweet trick. How do you have that divine nonchalance where you just know, I asked for it, I received it, it is mine, but you don't actually have it yet? So how do you actually want it still without wanting to control it, without being so attached to it, without having to micromanage and control the outcome? It's through altering your state of being. And that's living in the end. That's acting as if. That's embodying the feeling of, I know it's mine, I already have it, even when you do not see it. And I'm going to give you a really fun tool and technique to do this. So, you know how I love to do affirmations? Because this is all connected, right? And I always say when you do the affirmations, you always want to use the present or past tense when you are affirming for what it is you want to manifest, because you want to get into that living state of embodying that you've already have it. It is already yours. And that feels really good, right? It feels to, like, I am living in my dream home. I'm so happy and grateful that I just got my amazing promotion, or whatever it is that you want, right? It feels good to feel like you already have it. So the tool and technique that I'm going to use combines that rationale, that reasoning, along with being able to collapse time. I know it might sound weird, I know it might sound out there, but I'm going to explain it to you. So this is the tool, this is the technique. I want you to set aside some time to do this. Get really quiet, get some time, maybe like 10, 15 minutes. Get a sheet of paper or in your journal. And in a paragraph, I want you to write 3 to 5 things that you appreciate or are grateful of. You have an appreciation for or are grateful of that have already happened in the past. In the past. Then I want you to write 3 or 5 things that you are grateful for or appreciate that is in the current present moment. Then I want you to write 3 or 5 things that you want to manifest, that you want to show a gratefulness and appreciation for, that you want to come to pass, right? In the future. And by in the future, I mean it hasn't come to pass yet. So those are 3 different categories. 1, things that you are grateful for that have already happened. 2, things that you're grateful for that is in the present moment. And 3, things that you are grateful for that you are manifesting and calling into your experience. And the way I want you to write the pair, and then once you have those 3 or 5 things each, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, then I want you to write a brand new paragraph that intertwines and weaves all 3 of those buckets together in the present tense, as if it is happening now, as if you already have it. So an example of what that would look like, let's just use an example. Say what you're manifesting is a new dream house, okay? Say you really, 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 really want your new dream house. Currently, you live in an apartment. You love your apartment, but you really want your new dream house. That's your manifestation, okay? So what it might look like would be, maybe the 3 things that happened in the past is, you're like, I love and appreciate, my parents. They really raised me so well. They were always so really good to me. I love and appreciate my parents. I love and appreciate my family, or whatever it is. I love and appreciate that I was able to, go to school and I got a really great education. And from that education, I was able to do this, this, and this, whatever, right? So these are things that are kind of in the past that you love and appreciate. Maybe in the present moment, you're like, I really love and appreciate my job. I love that I'm able to be productive. I'm able to be creative. I'm able to connect to other people. It's really great. I love that I'm able to work from home. It's just great being able to work remotely. And then remember, our future thing, our manifestation, is our dream home that we're trying to get. So maybe you could say, from your present thing, oh, I really love my job. I get to be so productive and creative. I love that I work from home, and I love living in my dream home. I love being able to work from here. It has my own at-home studio and office. I love driving up to my beautiful house. I love that. I love the neighborhood that I live in. It's so spacious and it's so cool. My neighbors are really great. I love being able to host at my house. I love decorating. It looks so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. And I want you to take those things and weave them in together. So now you are telling yourself a story. You are loving and being grateful and appreciative of things that have happened, are happening, and will happening. But you're saying it all in the present tense, right? So that in your body, that in your mind, that in your psyche, that in your subconscious mind is collapsing past, present, and future within one of the strongest feelings you could have, which is gratitude and appreciation. So your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between being grateful for what has happened, for being grateful for what will happen. So you're in that moment. That is living in the end. That is activating your gratitude and your appreciation for what you already know is possible for you, what has happened and what is happening, and for what you do know that is great, that is possible for you, what you are manifesting. Like, how good does that feel, right? I'm so happy and grateful that, I love my job. It's so much fun. I get to be creative. I get to meet a lot of great people. I love the convenience of working from home, and I'm so happy and grateful that I'm living in this, huge home. We're up here in, the wonderful mountains, or wherever you want to live, if it's the city, whatever. I love it so much. I love that I have like three different rooms. I love that anyone can always come over and stay with me. I am so happy and grateful that I got to go to college. I got to go to school. I had a great education. I'm so happy and grateful that I have a beautiful pet dog. I love being with my dog. My dog loves me so much. I feel so warm being around my dog. It's so much fun. Blah 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 blah, right? Whatever it is. It might sound a little out there, but what you are doing is you are collapsing time and you are altering your state of being. So instead of energetically coming from a place of what it is you want to manifest and have, of it is disconnected from me, it's on this pedestal, it's so far away, where is it, where is it, where is it, creating all of this resistance and doubt, you're able to take your manifestation off of the pedestal. You're able to detach from it because now you're identifying with it as if you've already gotten it, as if it already has happened. And when you weave into something that you've put on this pedestal, getting the house, getting the relationship, getting the car, getting whatever, whatever it is, you put this big manifestation on this pedestal, but when you take it off of the pedestal, and you weave it into things that have already manifested for you, that have already happened for you, that you already have appreciation for. You take it off of the pedestal and you make it real. You make it real. That's how you live in the end. That's how you embody the feeling. That's how you have divine nonchalance. Well, you know what? I know that the universe was able to, give me great parents. The universe was able to give me love through my pet dog. The universe was able to give me this amazing job that I can work from home. The universe was able to give me a great education. The universe was able to give me my health. If the universe has already given me all of this abundance, then what makes this one little manifestation I've been obsessing over not the one thing the universe can't do for me? No. So take whatever that big, scary manifestation that you've been holding onto so tightly off of the pedestal and weave it into the things that you've already experienced, that you've already have gratitude for. And that is how you collapse time, because what you have done now is you have expressed gratitude and appreciation. You have received past, present, and future, and you've put them all in one time. So then you no longer feel disconnected from what it is that you're manifesting. Again, I'll go through the exercise really quickly, top line. Maybe take, 10 to 15 minutes to yourself. Maybe light a candle. Me, I love a good scented candle. I absolutely love it. Get a nice scented candle, play some music if you want, whatever. Make it a little night, whatever you want to do. And in your journal, on a piece of paper, 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for in the past. 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for currently. And it doesn't have to be big things. You could be like, I am so happy and grateful. I love and appreciate, the fact that I'm drinking this really nice, sweet tasting coffee and I absolutely love it. And it just fills me up. And I love the aroma of it. I love the warmth on my fingers. I love it. Because remember, it's about getting in the feeling of appreciation. It's about feeling good. It's about getting into a place where you feel good. And the more you focus on feeling good, the more you focus on appreciation, the more the universe and God will give you to love and appreciate. So it can be the big stuff that's happened, but it could also be those little moments of joy, those little moments of happiness that you can say, you know what, I love and appreciate the sun shining. I love and appreciate, technology. I love and appreciate, hearing the birds singing outside, whatever it is. So after you do those, then I want you to do 3 to 5 things about that you're grateful for about the one manifestation that you want. So I don't want you to do 3 or 5 different manifestations. No, I want you to do 3 to 5 things that you would love and appreciate once you get your manifestation. So if it's, again, for example, say you're manifesting your dream home, I love and appreciate, how much space I have between me and my neighbors. I absolutely love the privacy of in living in my new home. I love and appreciate that I have, an at-home studio, an at-home office, an at-home gym. I love and appreciate that I have enough rooms that if anybody in my family or friends ever want to come over, they are more than welcome to come over. I love and appreciate, how clean and big and nice my kitchen is. I'm so excited because I love cooking and I love and appreciate that I'm able to cook, lovely meals in the kitchen in my new beautiful home. That's what I mean. I don't want you to do 3 or 5 different manifestations. I want you to get into the flow of loving and appreciation and appreciating what your manifestation will get you and what you feel. And then jumble it up. Then jumble it up in another one paragraph where you are flowing from what you love and appreciate about what you're manifesting to what you want in the present, what in the past, and back. So just flow it up. That way you condense time, you time lapse because you're loving and appreciating for what has happened, what is happening, and what will happen. But you're receiving it at the same time in the present moment, if that makes sense. And when you do this exercise, I want you to come back to this video and I want you to comment below on A, how did it make you feel? And B, what started to show up for you? What started to happen for you quicker and faster? Were you able to lovingly detach from it? Were you able to take it off of the pedestal? Did it show up quicker than you thought it would? Did you wake up having more appreciation for your life and everything else? I really want to know. And let's say hi to some people in the chat box. And that's right, you guys, if you're joining me on Instagram or on Facebook or Twitter, the comment section in the YouTube is fire. So be sure to join us over on YouTube. Also, if you're watching on or listening on the podcast, be sure to subscribe and also come join us on YouTube. Yay! Hi, everyone. Hi, Miss Sparkle. She goes, hello, Candy in chat. How are you? Hey, Sasha T. She says, hey, Candy. And she goes, love you. I love you too, sweetheart. How are you, beauty? Yes. Hey, Miss Sparkle, speaking as though they are. Yes, speaking it into existence is so real and true. And speaking it into existence our words are so powerful, but also our thoughts, right? Our thoughts become our words, and our thoughts become our actions, and our actions becomes our habits, and our habits becomes our lives, and our lives it is what it is. Like your life is your life, right? It is so powerful because your thoughts, how you feel, what you believe are all self-fulfilling prophecies. That's why you want to get into the space of feeling as if it is already yours. And if you can't get to the place of if it's that it's already yours, at least get to the place where you're open to the possibility. sometimes with like manifestation and all of this stuff and self-care, people want to use like, it's almost like a toxic positivity where it's like, just force yourself to think happy thoughts, force yourself to blah blah blah. And it's like, no no no, calm down. We're not going to force ourselves to do anything. We're going to compassionately get into our flow. And sometimes that's just being aware of, this is just where I'm at. Maybe you're in a low vibe spot. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Be aware of it and say, you know what, I'm in a low vibe space, but I'm open to feeling better. I'm open to thinking a new thought. I'm open to feeling a different way. I'm open to knowing that all things are possible for me. I'm open to knowing that my life can be different. I'm open to knowing that I am powerful. I am open to knowing that I am worthy and deserving. I am open to knowing that I am enough. I am open to learning how to love myself. Be open to it first. Be curious about it first, and be gentle with yourself, because it can be hard to go from low vibe to high vibe in a second. So be open to it. Another way to practice that of being open to it is saying to yourself, you know what, I'm thinking a really bad thought. I'm thinking a negative thought. I don't feel good. Just ask yourself, what thought would make me feel a little bit better? You don't have to go from 0 to 100. You don't have to go from being depressed to sunshine and rainbows. Just do a little bit at a time. Just be curious. What thought would make me feel just a little bit better? And then once you feel a little bit better, what thought would then make me feel just a little bit more better? And then once you're feeling a little bit more better, then what thought would make me feel even more better? Oh, now that you're feeling even more better, well, what thought would make me feel even better, right? So go at your own pace. You know, if there are people out there trying to shame people into being positive and to just happiness is a choice and force yourself to think these thoughts, let that go in one ear and out the other. And just know that happiness and joy and gratitude and abundance, all of this, it is always accessible to you. But you also have to be compassionate with yourself and go at your own pace. So just want to put that one out there too. Hey Ursula! Black girls getting their shit together. She goes, I love this. Yes. She goes, hey, beautiful. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Hey, New York's finest goes, hey, Candy. I'm a 22-year-old and we have a similar conversation earlier. I'm going to share this live. Yes, definitely share the live. Share it, share it, share it. It is so true. Hey, tonight, Hazel. She goes, hey, Candy. Hey, everyone. Hey, Sunshine. How are you? Hey, Miss Sparkle. Yes, powerful. Thank you. Hey, Black girls getting their shit together. Hey, beautiful Ursula. She goes, exactly. Don't force it. Just have acceptance. Exactly. Exactly. Because remember, a part of being able to manifest is from a good place, because this is the thing. It's like when I say with affirmations, some people think that the word affirmations means it's positive. No. Affirmations is just a statement of belief that you say yes to, that you believe to be true. That's what an affirmation is. You could walk around all day saying, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm always broke, I'm always broke, I'm always broke. That's an affirmation. That is what you are affirming. That is what you're saying yes to. There are negative affirmations and there are positive affirmations. Same thing with manifestation. Not necessarily negative and positive manifestation, but sometimes I think it's a misconception that we think, oh, manifesting, that's just all positive lights and rainbows and all that stuff. No, we are always manifesting. Always, because it is universal and spiritual law. So we're always doing it, but we're not always doing it intentionally or consciously. It's also what we call living on purpose. We're not doing it purposefully. So what's showing up in your world is still a manifestation. It's just not one that you actually wanted. Because remember, you don't get what you want. You get what you believe. You get what you focus on. You might think you want, and one of the teachers that I love, her name is Zara Mahoon, she always talks about there's a difference between wanting positive results and being a positive person. And that really was a game changer for me, because it's like when you think people who say, I'm such a good person, why do all of these bad things keep happening, to me? Or it's also the same thought process of, wow, that person's kind of a jerk, but he seems to always get what he wants, right? We all know those people who are like, wow, that person's a real jerk, but that person is kind of getting everything that that person wants, because the law is always working. And the law doesn't care. I mean, I hope we should all want to be good people, but the law does not care if you are a good, bad, or indifferent person. The law is reacting to what you believe about you. So you can say, hey, this jerk is such a jerk. How come he has all this money? How come he has all this, the cars and the houses and whatever, external things that we say is, the seal of approval or whatever, right? But this person's kind of a jerk and they can kind of always get what they want. Well, it's because, and thankfully, it's not so much our opinion on somebody else that does the law, it's that person's opinion of themselves. So sure, that person might be a little jerky, but that person probably knows, they think of themselves, well, this is what I deserve and this is what I want, and I always get what I want because I deserve it. So then the person gets what they want, regardless if they're jerky or not. And that's why you have some people who, quote unquote, on paper are good people. And they are good people. They might have good intentions. They might, go out of their way to help people. They might be nice. They might be amicable. They might be getting along with, but they seem to always have bad luck or all of these bad things happening to them. What is their internal dialogue about themselves? Are they sure? Are they nice people? Are they quote unquote good people? But do they believe that they deserve good things in their life? Do they believe that their dreams can come true? Do they believe that they're worthy of what they want to be, do, and have? What is their self-belief? What is their subconscious mind saying about them? And people say life isn't fair, but that's not true. That's not true. Life is infuriatingly fair if you actually think about it. That's why someone can be jerky and still get what they want. And that's why someone could be, quote unquote, a nice, good person and have bad things still happen. Or at least things they don't want to happen. Because the law is the law is the law, and it always works all of the time, universally. Regardless of what our opinion of what a jerk is and what a good person is, the law still works. So you should feel empowered by that. I'm not saying be empowered to go out and be a jerk and say, I'm going to get out everything I want. But you should feel empowered that regardless of the circumstances, regardless of anything, I have the power to still create, be, do, and have and experience anything I want. You should feel empowered that the law is the law is the law. And I say the only thing you need to do, and it sounds simple, but of course, it's a journey sometimes, but the only thing you really need to do is to work on your self-concept. And your self-concept is how you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself. Self-concept is your self-esteem, your self-love, your inner dialogue, your inner well-being. Because again, like I said, you can have these quote unquote nice, good people, and they're still not truly happy or getting the things that they know that they want in this world. Because it starts inside. It starts inside. And what you really need to do is get into that place of how I feel. My own well-being is my first and best priority. And that's when you start thinking those negative thoughts and you're so in tune with yourself. You say, you know what, this doesn't feel good. What thought could I think to feel better? What thought could I think to feel better? Or I'm thinking about something that I actually don't want to experience. Well, what is it that I do want to experience? Think that thought instead. Because what you will experience, all of our self-fulfilling prophecies, will be what we dominantly believe to be true about ourselves, what we dominantly put our focus on, what we dominantly put our energy on. It's like if you think about finances, if maybe someone doesn't have a lot of money or enough money, and they're constantly thinking about, God, I need more money. I need more money. If I only had more money, I want more money come to me, there's not enough money. There's not enough money. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to get groceries? How am I going to do this? There's not enough money. How much money is my bank account? If that's what's going on in your head, you might think you actually want more money, but what you're actually focused on is the lack of money. And that's actually worry and negative thoughts. Instead of saying, I'm so happy and grateful. I mean, and when I do this, I mean, even if your bank account is low, still do this because this is what you actually want to create. So, what you want to do is you want to focus on what you want to create rather than focusing on the current circumstance. So, instead of being like, oh, am I going to overdraft? Am I going to have enough money for rent, for food, for whatever, blah, 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 blah. Stop that. And you want to think, I'm so happy and grateful that I always have enough money. I'm so happy and grateful that money is my best friend. Whenever I need money, money is always there to support me in anything I want, wish, and desire to have. I'm so happy and grateful that all my accounts are paid in full. I am so happy and grateful that my accounts are overflowing with money. I am so happy and grateful that I am tuned in, tapped into, I am in alignment with wealth and abundance. I am so happy and grateful that money is always here for me. I am so happy and grateful that I always know what to do with my money. I am so happy and grateful. I love and appreciate the fact that every time I circulate my money, it comes back to me increased overflow for my enjoyment, right? I am so happy and grateful that all my investments keep making money. I'm so happy and grateful that I always get unexpected money. I'm so happy and grateful that, you know what? I don't even have to work for money. I don't believe that. You do have to work for money. I don't have to work for money. Money always comes to me. Money loves flowing to me. I love money and money loves me. Money is my best friend. It's always there to support me. Look how much money I have. Isn't it wonderful how wealthy I am? How much better does that feel? Regardless of what it actually looks like, the circumstance, because remember, what you're seeing, and what you're seeing is the circumstance. The circumstance is the actual money in the bank, the actual bills, the actual whatever. That's the circumstances, right? You want to remember that those circumstances, what you're seeing, is just a projection of your past thoughts. So if for the last month, year, 10 years, 20 years, you've been thinking, I don't have enough money. 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 There's never enough. I have to work for my money. I have to earn my money. I only have enough for this month, blah, 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 blah. If that's what you have been thinking for years, let yourself off the hook that that is what you're seeing. And give yourself time and grace for something different to show up. Because what your current circumstance is just a delay. It's just a projection of what you had been thinking. That's why you want to now think and affirm of what you want to create. So there should be a discrepancy between what your actual circumstance is and what you are saying to yourself. You're not lying to yourself. You're not being delusional. You're not being in la la land. You are consciously creating a different reality for yourself. You're consciously choosing a different result for yourself. You're consciously deciding that you are ready for things to go differently for you. Because if you're still only thinking about what you see, then that is the only thing that you will continue to see. So there needs to be a discrepancy between what you're affirming and what you see in order for what you are affirming to become what you see. Think about on live TV, they have a 7-second time delay, right? So what we see on television is actually a delay from what has already happened. That's kind of how it's like. What you're seeing in your real life circumstances is just the delay of what you past thought about. So if what you want to show up in your new life and in your future, then what you are broadcasting, what you're continuously saying to yourself, has to be different. So you're not lying to yourself, you're not being delusional, you're not being in la la land. You are consciously deciding that you are ready to live a different, better, higher, more empowered life. You've made the decision that you are ready for things to work out better for you, for things to work out differently for you. So what you are affirming for your life has to be radically different than what you see, or else what's the point? You're not going to affirm for something that you already see because you already have it. But that's where this exercise comes in, just to bring it back to the topic of this video and episode. How do you get from what you want in your mind to seeing it? It's getting in that altered state of being. It's living in the end. It's acting as if. It's knowing that you already have it. It's having divine nonchalance. You ask for it, you receive it, it is yours, and you can lovingly detach from it. And a good way to do that is to do the exercise we talked about. What are 3 to 5 things that has already came to pass that you are grateful for? What are 3 to 5 things in your current moment that you can show love and appreciation to? And then weave in 3 to 5 of those attributes of your manifestation that you want to come in, and show love and appreciation and gratitude for it as if it has already happened. And that's a really good way to stay connected to the reality, to the manifestation, to the life that you are creating before you actually see it. So let's see what you guys are all saying. Hey, Baka, what's up, sweetheart? How are you? Hey, New York Finest, amazing message. You are welcome. Hey, Black girls getting their shit together. Hey, Ursula. It's like pushing the gas and the brake at the same time. Exactly. Yes. Okay, you guys, so thank you so much for joining me during this episode, during this video. If you need more support or more guidance, just be sure to check out the show notes in the description box below, or if you're watching on Instagram, it is linked in my bio. I have a Create Your Dream Life course where you will learn all of these steps to creating your dream life, and you will get more one-on-one support. And in that course, you get access to our Luxe Life VIP group for a lifetime. You also get access to our resources of self-love, self-care, and manifestation, and access to our private weekly coaching calls. I also have the podcast, so be sure to subscribe there, subscribe on YouTube and everywhere else, and pick up the free guide. I have a free guide on how to take inspired action. Just click the link below in the description box and the show notes. And don't forget to share this with a friend, share this with a loved one. You know, it's always good to have community while you're on this journey. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!